Alright, welcome to the channel, and I'm Rob, and I do a little bit of everything. This is some embroidery stuff I'm gonna, well, whatever, it might not even end in embroidery. Got a little chill, a little cold, so hold on 1 second, guys, I'll be right back. Sorry, and thumbs up the video, subscribe if you haven't, and let's get into this information today. So, today I'm gonna try to cover growing your business. I'm gonna try to keep this one to embroidery because I got a lot of businesses, and that could also make me get more videos for y'all for other things. You know, it's not even going to go to YouTube. I mean, maybe I do another one later on growing your YouTube channel. It took me forever to grow mine, and I'm still trying to have another chance to grow it again, maybe get it monetized, whatever. So, I think I gotta start looking at this thing right there instead of looking at this thing, looking at myself. I think that's why people look away like this. So, all right, but let's get into it. Like growing your business is is one thing. Sometimes your business goes real fast, it takes off, and then you become too successful, and then you can't keep up with the orders. Then you get behind on orders. Then you basically leave a bad taste in your customer's mouth. So it's a couple ways to fix that. I'm gonna just tell you because I've been running into that a few times. Like I'm starting to get too many orders. You know, I'm not right now. I can deal with all this. Like embroidery is like when you start getting too many orders, you just get more machines, right? So I started off with if you want to know, a Brother PE 770. It's one of the smaller one needle machines. I'm actually gonna try to sell that pretty soon, just to try to use that money towards me another multi-needle machine, because that's just the way to go right now. These, I thought they was industrial, the ones I have. You're gonna see like M15. Basically, it's I got a multi-needle 15. I'll just scan over there real quick. Right there, you see what it looks like. It'll just come back to myself. I just gotta fix that stuff in the background. But then I just started dropping off like one video, do one live, and you know, it's kind of a job also. But where was I at? I was talking about, yeah, scaling your business. Like when let's start off where I started off personally. So let's go to back. You gotta go three years ago. Actually, let's go 7 years ago when I wanted an embroidery machine. It's about 8 years ago. I was doing, I had been doing well, I actually did screen printing. I did screen printing probably, sheesh, my son wasn't born. Was he born? Yeah, he was born because he got one of my first shirts. So my son probably was like 1 year old when I really got into screen printing. So it's probably been 12 years. I'm trying to get back in shape also. So I should be in a real good shape. So I used to do some screen printing and I used to do like Mr. Martial Arts and all that stuff. So I started doing screen printing because that was the cheapest way to make a shirt and like get your design out, your business out there, and then something somebody could wear. Back then, I think a shirt, it was so cheap. A shirt was like $1. Started screen printed, and it sold for like $10, $15. So that was decent profit considering ink was probably like 3-4 cents at that time to put on a shirt. So you see what I'm saying? It was basically all profit, and the economy things didn't cost as much as they do now. And that was just 13 years ago. So it's all, to me, it seemed like it didn't doubled in that time of prices and things. Definitely shirts. Shirts probably didn't triple. I used to get a shirt for $1. And shirts are, the cheapest I could get a t-shirt from now is $2.50 to let you give you some dynamic of how things have changed. So I used to use that. I used to sell them wherever I could sell them. People used to buy them. And then screen printing so it was kind of messy for me. So I moved from screen printing and bought me a plotter plotter. It's like basically something to do vinyl printing, because I didn't have to do that much of a setup. It costs more, but I could run off the singles. You know, I could run off the single things, the single shirts a little easier, but I don't have to set it up all that stuff. Is kind of, because to tell the truth, screen printing is kind of messy. You know, you got a lot of moving parts. It's messy. You got to use water. You got to use the whatever the gel, whatever you use. You got to use that, and you need like a decent size setup. Even if you do a one, I still got a four thing in the garage. I just keep it around, like, just in case I need to run off some shirts for somebody. But I don't know. You know, it's a hassle also. But the same thing is, it's just it's just, you know, back to where I was at. Screen printing was kind of messy, so I wanted to get to I ended up getting the vinyl cutter because it seemed so quick and easy, and it was a lot quicker and easy. But the materials cost a lot more, so instead of making probably I still had to charge $10 for the shirts back then. So the still was getting the shirts like $1. You know, even the nice shirts back then was only like probably $2.25. Those were the nice ones. You know, you get the cheap ones for $1. Nice ones was that, and then you have to get the print in the big rolls. So it's coming out to maybe like $3 a shirt. Then starting off with like $1, maybe $1.20. I'm spending on the shirt to now I'm spending up to like $3 on a t-shirt just to get it made. And the designs are not as detailed, but you know, it's just a quicker, faster process. I can pop them off. I can do a lot of singles. You want one shirt, I could just say, hold on, I'll be right back. And then to me, it seems like it wasn't. That was like hard to scale up. Like I couldn't scale it any higher with the. I still got the machines, but I couldn't scale it any higher. And I'm just realizing how long I didn't have these machines. I might need to upgrade again. Like, so it kept me making some decent money for a while, because when I first got that, I think I was one of the first people around here with one that wasn't a shop. You know, shops, they get anything. Back then, people were still buying those plotter machines for like 40 grand. I mean, shops were spending stupid money on those machines, on plotters that could do vinyl. Because, you know, they was using it for you know, cars and everything, and maybe once in a while they would do a t-shirt. So, you know, that was mainly the main business on there. They could use the vinyl to cut vinyl, but then they never really use it on t-shirts. So that was basically my main gig, was doing t-shirts like that, you know. And then I started going up to from 10 to 15. People was like, "He's charging $15 for a shirt." I was like, man, I need to make the same profit, because to me, anytime you're in a business, it just seems like the economy just starts, even when you're doing good, it just seems like the economy and inflation just starts catching back up to you. You know, you start off, you're like, woo, first you're just happy to get sales. Then it's just like the economy and the inflation just seems like it always catches back up to you. Now you're not making as much as you originally did. Like the profit comes down. So you start off making like a lot of profit, then you start trying to scale up, and then it's just like your profit crunches, you know what I mean? Even though you're trying to make more profit by scaling your business up, you know, like you're getting more stuff, getting more equipment, more customers. That's scaling. That's trying to scale your business, okay? If we didn't know what that means, so I don't know what I'm gonna title this, but I just want to keep these up. Try to do I call this the dub. You know, yeah, I call this the dub because it's gonna be 20 minutes. I give you 20 minutes of some content of whatever topic I could try to cover, or at least 20-ish. You know, I don't know if I could do 30 minutes of just random topics, but I know I got 20 minutes in me. So when you're trying to scale your business, that's what's gonna happen. It seems like at first you're gonna make a lot of money, you know, because you're gonna be happy with the sales. Then you're gonna scale. You're gonna get into the crunch, and then once you survive the crunch, or you don't survive the crunch, if you can survive the crunch, then you can probably be more profitable again. But you won't be as profitable as you originally was, because that's what happens in a lot of businesses. They scale up and they can't survive the crunch because they get used to making so much more money, but they didn't spend all, they didn't spend the money. They got too much money invested in their business when they're trying to scale. So that's what happens to a lot of businesses. They scale up basically in anticipation of getting more business, and they end up not happening. So it could end up happening also, but not as quick as they need it to work to get the turnaround, to get their money back for what they invested, and then they have to sell all of their equipment to a guy like me that just sits around and waits until it's optimal. Like, all right, now I'll get it, because then I'm just coming in, getting everything at a discount to scale my business up. But they pay, usually, another mistake people make when they scale a business, they want to get all new. They want to get everything new, which I understand because I want to get everything new too, but I just know it's not necessary all the time, Back to embroidery, like I started with a used PE 770. Another thing is that I let it sit around for 3 years. The only reason, like this year, for some reason, I was like, let me try to make some money off of beanies, right? I was like, let me just try it. I didn't head around the house for 3 years because I just realized it, and then I just started making. I was like, let me just make it and sell the beanies for like $10. So I was literally just making beanies. Friends, you sell to your friends, but that market, your friends and family market, is a quick, short market. They're gonna get tired of buying your products. Even if you got a huge family, sooner or later that market's gonna dry up. That's the only thing. Is it good to get that quick excitement, like, oh, somebody actually want to buy this or support me? You really want them to buy it because they like it. You don't want people to just buy stuff to support you, because they just like, oh, I'll keep supporting this guy. No, I actually like it, and I want to support you. I want the 2 for 1. I want you to like the product, and I also want you to buy it. I don't want you to just buy it to support me. That's just me personally, because if you're just supporting me and you don't like it, I don't think it does the same effect if, like, you enjoy it. You're like, oh, you need to show it off a little bit more. If you just bought it, sit in the closet, remember I supported you. No, but you never wore my stuff. You didn't share my videos. You supported me, but you never shared my videos. You never thumbs up my content. So then you got to get to the market of the people you don't know. And trying to get repeat customers. So that's another thing. You want to be able to get to the people, be able to get access to new customers and repeat customers. For me, my businesses, they don't really rely. All the business I here really haven't relied off of repeat customers. Surprisingly, I just been using the 7 billion people in the world, and I just keep going to new customers. Once in a while, I get a repeat customers, more like, once in a while. The only thing is the repeat customers that they, as they're so long, they expect a discount. They're like, I've been with you for a long time, blah, blah, blah. Where's my discount? No, you don't get no discount. Then I appreciate that you've been with me this long, but I didn't scale it up, which means I'm making less per product than I used to. So even a discount now would be making me squeeze my profit again. You know what I mean? Getting into the discounts, that really squeezes your profit without you even noticing it. Just handing out discounts. Just keep it at a fair price, and often you gotta mark your stuff the same way they marking it in the stores. Some people try to go into business. And this is on customs, a lot of custom stuff. People want to meet or beat the stores. right? Let's see what sense this make. You want to meet or beat the store prices, right? Or the brand prices. The brands are getting this stuff. The big brands in the stores, they're getting this stuff dirt cheap. You know what I mean? You're trying to beat them, their price, and you're paying a higher premium. That makes no sense. You're gonna put yourself out of business. So you gotta at least meet or exceed the stores. All right, that's a tip right there. Meet or exceed the stores. Like, you get these beanies, these cheap beanies are like $5-6 in there. I sell them for $10. You know, because I know a plain beanie, it's like for me it's $2. So if I would have sold these for $5, I'm gonna make $3 off a beanie. I'm not stupid. So I sell them for $10. Only when I like got a bunch of stuff to do and I'm already making a lot of beanies, I'll just sell them for $8 then. Below $10, I'm not selling a beanie. It's like caps. The guy like, well, caps should be around. What do you say? You telling me that beanies and caps? No, beanies and caps are not priced the same. A cap costs more than a beanie. You know what I mean? Caps, I mean these. These cost more than a beanie. You know, I might find them cheaper than a beanie, but me knowing how much caps cost, I know for a fact that the caps cost, on average, probably $2 to $4 for a cap. So why, why would I charge? Why would I cut myself out of product when I like these? Oh, can't find the ones. Anybody know how to get these wholesale at with a tougher brim? This brim is flimsy. The only thing I don't like about these, the brim is too flim. And then it got that little thing on there, but yeah, don't cut yourself out of profit when growing your business just to grow your business. Now, like I said, I started with one PE 770 making beanies. I started averaging probably like 3 to 5 beanies a day. Then I started going up. I think I went up to like, at one time I was peaking like probably 8 beanies a day. So that's $80 right there. $80, and then go back down to like 3. So I'll say I was averaging about 5 beanies a day. So let me just put that 5 beanies a day I was averaging, which is $50, which is not bad. You know, it's not bad money considering I had that thing sitting around 3 years, and I could have been making that for 3 years. You know, who knows where I'd be at right now if I would have did that. But then I got to watching other videos on there. I was like, man, and I found this, got a Melco. It's called a Melco 10T. It's actually sitting in my van. I'm disgusted. I spent $450 on it. And the only thing I got out of it is this table, which is worth probably $100. This table's probably worth at least $100. So, I just can't get it to operate. Just like she couldn't get it to operate, I couldn't get it to operate. I thought like, man, I'm really technical. I can figure this thing out. But one thing about old equipment, when you go too old, this thing is from the 90s. It's actually 1995. The equipment is so outdated. They did things differently like back then. One, I gotta find an older computer because the software, to put the new software in, that's a problem right there, is finding like old 95 Windows or Windows 98. So I think I'm gonna have to just dump this thing in the garbage. Maybe I could sell it to somebody for parts. I'm trying to. Maybe I could do that. So, and they still work. If you got them and you know how to figure them out, they still work, and they're still good, heavy-duty machines. So the only thing is I can't get it to work. So Melco 10, if you want one, let me know because I'm trying to get rid of it. But so then after that Melco 10 debacle, I was just looking at it for months. I came across a new one of these. I was watching these kind, the 15 needle. I was doing my research. I seen one for like 5 or 6. I seen them like 5 or 6 grand. And this is the only thing that helped me is I started getting my credit up. I've been trying to get my credit up for how long have I been trying to get my credit? I've been trying to build credit the last like couple years so I could get a house, maybe get a rental, something else. They scale that up as well. Started doing some rental properties here and there, some ideas, and then I'm already a realtor, so I thought, I could actually give me some discount on some properties as well while being a realtor. And I only need to sell a few houses a year, so I took a break because I'm trying to do so many things. I'm trying to also be a realtor, but dang, forgot what I'm in the classes of it now. Being a real estate appraiser, so I'm taking these classes. It's taking me forever because I got all this other stuff going on, but I'm gonna I'm gonna start today. So getting back to an hour, 2 hours a day dedicated to finish those real estate appraiser classes. Like me, I'm a guy with many things going on because I haven't made it. I haven't made it to be rich yet. So keep trying. Exactly. Fail, or keep trying until you get it. Right. So, like I said, I'm gonna keep this one pretty much embroidery based and how I got into it. All right. So I said I went from the screen printing to the vinyl, and then I waited 4 years to get me an embroidery machine. After that, probably 5 years. 5 years I got the embroidery. I let it sit around for 3 years before I did anything. Right? I think I did one thing. I couldn't figure it out. It actually was for me. I was being impatient with it. And then just this year, I was like, let me try to make some money off this thing because I had it sitting around. Started making money. Was doing some trash embroidery. It's not the satin stitch. I don't know if you know what that is, but to me, satin stitch is the professional stitch of embroidery. If it's not satin, I'll tell you what satin is. Satin is like this. It's like a stitch that goes back and forth like this. And this is another stitch, since I have it right here. This one goes do instead of going zoot. I don't know if I explained that right, but this one is a flatter stitch, and this one is like for words. See how the words are just, satin stitch is more like a word. It's a little cleaner stitch to me. It's a professional stitch versus an amateur stitch to me. So, except if you're doing like photos, portraits, or something like that, you gotta do this type of flat stitch. So I finally started doing those, making money off that. I had my credit. I ended up getting a credit card for $5K. So the machine ended up getting it for, I think it came out to like 48 or something like that. It was a real borderline, just barely enough for my card, right? So I was like, I maxed it out, just maxed out the card. But I've been making money off these machines like left and right now. And I could do the orders quicker. That was another problem I started getting into with the single needle, single head. It was taking me forever, like 8 beanies. And I think the average breeding was taking me like sometimes 10 minutes to stitch out. So I'll be in here 10 minutes. When I get 8 beanies, it's gonna come out to like an hour and a half because I gotta hoop it and everything. So it's gonna come out an hour and a half. I'm like, dang, like this I could do 2 real quick, probably in like 30 minutes. One, it's a faster machine. 2, I get it's like less complications. Less errors in these machines. So most of the time I could just put these and let them go. Just let them go at it by themselves. I don't have to worry about errors and stuff like that. Like I had to do with the just like everything would go wrong with that PE 770. The bobbin from the bottom sometimes it'll get all I don't know, something like a fur ball, like a ball of yarn, be a yarn on top. I messed up. I guess it was good learning for me. I probably messed up 50 beanies with that machine, I messed up $100 worth of beanies. Sometimes like this stuff, the machine, it would just stop in there. It would just stop in the middle of, this is one of them, in the middle right here. It just stopped, and then it like this. It was pulling from the bottom. That's why the white stuff is. The white stuff is pulling the bobbin up too much. And it does this too, like all that fur on the bottom. It was doing that. It was just so many mistakes on that. So I'm just gonna sell that thing probably this week for sure. Well, at least put it up for sale, and anybody want to deal with it, they could just fight with it like I used to fight with it. Yeah, but it's a good starter machine if you just get in some embroidery. To me, pretty much all I'll say single to 6 needles are just starter machines. You know, to me, I don't know. Even these are starter machines I thought I had the big dog machines, but it comes out that these are also considered starter machines because they're not like really industrial. They're made for the house. You know, or you could put them in your house. It's like a home business. But most people usually only have one of these, which I'm trying to get another one. I'm trying to have 3. But I'm thinking, should I just wait and see if I can get a funny industrial size machine? And so that's where I'm at. So I got that on the card, and then I ended up getting so I paid that much, and then I went directly. I started talking with the real seller. I mean the person that whoever sold me my machine to. That's what I started talking to. So I started talking to them, and they tell me I could get you, if you want a machine, I'll give you a real good deal on it. I was like, what's a real good deal? And I think I bought that one for like 36. So 36 from 48 to 36. That's like a gift, you know. But now, you know, I'm getting a wholesale direct. I don't know what it was. I think because sometimes I think what was going on with these guys, now I dealing with them, that they was people was backing out of deals, so they just needed to get some more money. You know what I mean? Because they already had, it was like the last in the factory type deal I got. You know, so I'm like, all right, or maybe it just some other deal fell through, and then they just ended up wanting to make some money on the back end, so they didn't lose anything, and I ended up getting it. So there we at with that. So I was like, no, that's a while. I got 2 machines, so I probably got, I'll just say 5 and 4, got $9,000 into 2 machines, which is not bad, you know, because they got $9,000 machines by themselves. So I got 2 machines for $9,000. I'm trying to get a third. I got one hopefully coming on the way, and I'm trying to see if I should sell it or just put it in my shop. And yeah, and so don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna start linking one of my websites, or a website I work with, down in the bottom. So if you got any questions, you can always comment down below, and thumbs up the video if you made it this far. I think I didn't talk to y'all guys ear off enough, and then I'm gonna go shoot and start getting to my live videos. So this one is about scaling your business up. I'm gonna put embroidery on it because I tried to keep it more embroidery based than ever. And then we got other businesses. I got a lot of stuff. You go through my videos, I just do random stuff. So let's do that. And until next time, holla at your boy, holla at your Rob Roy. And yeah. And also, if you think I should start giving away things, since it's the end, I always get to the end. Let me know if I should start giving away some beanies or something, or some hats doing every video. I think that'd be a cool thing, since, you know, I'm already just making some stuff, I can just make it for you, and I think that'd be pretty cool. All right, salute and goodbye. Cause I always wanted to do some giveaways. Just to say that I always wanted to do some giveaways for my channel. All right, thanks. Bye.